model is an ISD or instructional system design process that was modified to be used by teachers in a regular classroom. The ISD process is one in which teachers and trainers can use to design and develop the most appropriate learning environment for their students. The Assure model was created in 1999 by Heinrich and Melinda. In 2008, it is modified by Smaldino, Lothar, and Rosel to be used by teachers in the classroom. Assure model is an instructional guide for planning and conducting lessons that aim to integrate media and technology while focusing on the learner's needs. The primary goal of this model is to produce effective teaching and learning approach. These goals serve as a guide for teachers in planning and conducting instruction using instructional technology. The Assure model has the 6 steps, each represented by a letter in the acronym title, with each step describing a set of tasks central to the informed selection and use of educational technology. The Assure model stands for these important components: A for analyze learners, S for state objectives, S for select methods, media, and materials, U for utilize methods, media, and materials, R for require learners' participation, and E for evaluate and revise. So now, I will discuss to you the essential steps of the Assure model in planning instruction. First step is to analyze the learners. The Assure model begins by analyzing the learners. In this process is that the teacher should analyze the attributes of his or her learners.
There should be a focus on those learner characteristics which are associated with the learning outcomes desired. It should be identified such as general attributes of the learners, including age, academic abilities, gender, interest, core competencies, and learning style.
Second is state objectives. The objectives needs to be specific and measurable. It should be outline the intended outcomes and expectations.
The teacher must state standards and objectives for the learning module. This statement consists of specification of what the learners will be able to do as a result of instruction.
Objectives can be used in assessing the success of students, perhaps for the grading process. Also, you can use them to let the learners know what they will accomplish through the class. The third step is to select methods, media, and materials. This step helps teachers to select the media that will use and how to deliver the content. Given what your learning objectives are, it's necessary to pick instructional methods, media, and materials that will bring about the result that you want.
At this step, the instructor should connect the learners to the objectives. To connect the two, the teacher must determine what method to use.
First, you should figure out what or which delivery method will be best for your instruction.
The strategies the teacher can use to this step, such as lecture, demonstration, or showing a video. The second are strategies such as group discussion or cooperative group work.
The fourth step is utilize methods, media, and materials. This step in the Assure process concerns making a plan as how well you utilize methods, media, and materials that you have selected. The utilize methods, media, and materials is where you develop your plan for implementing your media and materials.
In this step, it should be focused on carrying out the selected method. If you decide to use electronic equipment, be sure to use it before, even practice it if you have to ensure the equipment is functioning properly.
In that, it is also important to practice the lesson itself before introducing it to the learner. The fifth step is the require learner participation. In this step, it requires you to describe how you are going to get each learner actively and individually involved in the lesson. Students learn best when they are actively involved in the learning experience.
Whatever your teaching strategy, be sure to incorporate questions and answers, discussions, group works, hands-on activities, and other ways of getting students actively involved in the learning of the content.
The last step of the Assure model is evaluate students' performance. Here, the evaluation should be matched to the objective.
Ultimately, this last step is the most important. You must evaluate the instruction process from start to finish using the objectives you created in the beginning. It is helpful to reflect on your objectives, the instructional strategy, instructional materials, and the assessment.
By evaluating the learners against the objectives, it can be determined if the lesson was effective or whether any step needs to be modified or re-examined.
By following the process of the Assure model will help improve your skills in teaching and enhance your students' learning experience. That's all for today, everyone. I hope you've learned something. Thank you for watching.